Hey YouTube, what's going on? So today I'm going to make a video on my 300-gallon turtle pond. The reason I'm making this is because when I was considering whether or not to buy this, I could only find really one set of videos on someone with a pond like this. So I figured for anyone who's looking to buy one, I definitely 100% suggest that you get one. So I'll walk you through filtration, lighting, everything else that I have for them. And to keep you interested, I'm gonna feed them. I feed them a big bag of Reptomin sticks, nothing too fancy. So, all in all, I have 8 turtles in here. A little bit overstocked. Not really, but maybe a little bit. I'm keeping them over the winter in here until I can find them homes in the spring. Normally this entire setup goes outside for the spring. I get it through that door. I have to drain it, flip it on its side. It's all fun. But first I'll talk about filtration. I have 2 homemade filters. And what I did was I just took a Lowe's bucket, took a 700-gallon-per-hour pump, and ran a hose down to the bottom. Oh, can't really see. Let me turn on the light. Okay, so goes down here. I put in a whole bunch of plastic pot scrubbies and sponges and all that good filter media. And then I cut a piece of pond filter media that I had laying around, and I cut it to fit the bucket. And as you can see, it's darker on this side because there's more water flow. But it works as a good oh, there's a baby fish. There it is. Right there. Alright, let me get him out. There we go. I got him. Alright, let him go free. There you go, buddy. Alright, yeah, off he goes. Make sure he's not still in here. No, I think we're okay. Anyway, so the reason that baby fish got in here is because I didn't put the pre-filters on these. I actually have 2 700-gallon-per-hour pumps just for that extra amount of filtration. See, it's dirty on this side. I actually have to weigh this down with a rock because it's popping up a little bit. So this is the pre-filter for the pump. That's the little extra parts. I decided to take this off because it got clogged way too easily when I had a 150-gallon tub. I was running a 500-gallon-per-hour pump, that one, on that one, and it got clogged a lot, so I said, you know what, no more. So the pumps that I got were from Amazon.Odyssey. They were only 25 bucks each, which is really good considering how much pumps are normally. So I've been using that one for a year straight, outside, inside, and it's been doing excellent. So I highly suggest that you get them. They're really cheap, they last, they're good. So, oh, and then as far as lighting and a basking spot, I have a 150-watt, just regular heat lamp that I got from Walmart. That way that they can get, you know, they can warm up. And that little light has UV, I think UVB, because that's the type of infrared waves that the sun gives off, and they need that so that way they don't get metabolic bone disease, which is really bad, as the name entails. So, but get the best lights that you can afford. They're expensive, but luckily I got some for pretty cheap. So I have 8 turtles in here, 2 red ear sliders. One of them's a rescue. That's my first turtle I ever got. She was probably this big when I got her. Now she's living pretty well, I think, in here. That's a rescue male red ear slider. My mom, they have a store, and some woman came in and she's like, "Oh, your son has turtles? I have one that I've kept in a 10-gallon tank its whole life." And I'm like, "Nuh-uh, give it." So I got that. So now he lives in here. I also have a Cumberland Slider. He's a male. He's hanging out somewhere around here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Diamondback Terrapins. Oh, and a Mississippi map turtle, but he hides a lot. So here are 3 of the terrapins. There's a concentric female, a regular northern, and a little concentric down there. And there's my friendliest of them all over here. He was a rescue. She got her tail bit off. Not from me, with someone else. So rescued her. She was in a 10-gallon tank as well. So a lot of these guys are rescues. I have a piece of driftwood. One I bought, the one that's sticking up, and this long one I actually got from the Hudson River. My uncle picked it up, got it in his truck, and said, "Hey, I found this. You want it?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm always up for extra pieces of driftwood. I can never have enough." So they climb up on there. They bask. As far as heating, I just have this big green heater. I'm not even sure the wattage on it. I just know that it's hot. And I run one other. It's down there. I really do not know how the wattage on these, but I mean, the water's cool. Like, it's not necessarily warm, because it's the winter. I mean, it's pretty cold out. So it's not cold, but it's not necessarily warm. So they're fine with it. I mean, you're better off having it a little bit cooler. That way it entices them to go up and bask. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, here's the map turtle. So this right here is a little PVC setup that I made. It's 4 pieces, kind of in a rectangle, and then I attach them all up top. And I put a nice big rock over top. And I did that so that way they have a cave, because I know that my map turtle in particular really loves to hide. And your turtle can actually get stressed out and maybe even die if they don't have a place to hide. So I built that, but it also serves as a nice shallow spot. The turtles actually really like to go up on there, especially what happened was the rescue red ear right there. He had only been in a 10-gallon tank. He never felt depth. He'd never been in water more than maybe 4 inches. So when I put him in here, he got really scared and was clinging on to the rock. Because he didn't know really how to, like, swim. There's the Cumberland Slider over there. And so they really like it. To sleep as well. They don't have to hang on to anything. Also, as far as fish, I have just a bunch of feeder guppies that I keep in here, and I actually do not feed them. They just eat remnants of turtle food or turtle poo or whatever. They eat anything, algae, anything and everything. And the turtles will eat them if there's too many. So it's all really a good cycle. I definitely suggest feeder guppies. Also, when I keep this whole thing outside, that way you don't get any mosquito or bugs or anything like that. Like, they'll take them down. So, yeah. And also, I have this towel and net here. When I keep it outside, I have a whole big net over top, so that way nothing can take them. I have the towel there, so that way they can't see that they can get out. Also, it's really useful to just have a cruddy towel, just to have, when you're reaching your hands in here and you need to dry them. There's the tarpon, just got a fish, actually. He just nailed a little male. So, it's all good. I mean, they need their protein and stuff, and the fish populate faster than they can eat them, so it's all okay. So, yeah. Oh, also, these pans. I highly suggest, if you're going to go with something like this, get pans, right? And then raise it and angle it forward, cut out the front. Because what that will do is, you can see it's dripping there. In case you have any leaks or something happens. Let me see, is that actually leaking? I don't think so, but there's a little bit of water around here. So it's always good to have pans just in case this whole hose were to blast or there's a nice solid leak. If there was one coming out, it would all just flow back to the front. So this pipe actually follows it back here, falls, and then lands in the pan, and then falls into the water. So I have 2 of those for one of the filters. So yeah, that's about it. Any questions or concerns, you can comment. I'll try to answer everyone. Although, you know, I don't have hundreds of people asking me questions. So, yeah, this is just what's working for me. I have had zero aggression problems. Once, my big red ear right down there, she once attacked a diamondback in my big pond. But then it ran away, so I stopped putting turtles in that pond. I just decided to buy this, put a net over top. Nobody can get away. Nothing can take them. So, yeah, that's about it. I'll show you Big Mama. That's what I call her. She's my big female. I mean, they're all pretty happy. They're all healthy. Here's my little friendliest diamondback. No tail, but still does well. So, here's a little pig. So all my turtles are okay. Yeah, and I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. And I'll make another video on how I change the water and how I top this off when it starts to evaporate, because it's a little bit low right now, but nothing terrible. So yeah, alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.